am the fire. I am burning brighter, roaring like a sun. And I am the one I've been waiting for.
Phoenix Nation! Hey, what's up? It's your girl Jade Feinics here, and I, as always, am joined by my beautiful and lovely co-host, Choco!
Damn it. Merry Christmas.
Happy New
Or I
Year!
guess- Yeah.
Yeah. Can you
Gonna
believe it?
work in the new year.
Can you?
I'm gonna stop with these chocobo puns.
Bullshit! I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
2023.
I can't believe we're here already. Like,
I already hate saying it.
I'm...
No, damn it!
For sure.
Where did this year go? Honestly. Woo! Girl.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a really good year, though, for the gate.
Mm-hmm.
We can't deny this.
Yeah.
I mean,
We did some cool stuff.
granted, we took, if you think about it, more than half the year off. Collectively.
You know what? It was a hard year.
Yeah,
So
it really was, though. And the thing is you know what's fucked up is it's not even. You'd think that we just went through years of pandemic, and this was harder than the years of the fucking pandemic.
honestly, pandemic year was kind of fun.
This is true, but still,
Like looking back on it now.
Nope.
it was a lot easier.
Yeah.
I will give the pandemic the only credit where credit is due, and that's I didn't have to do shit.
What did he say?
Exactly. That was great.
Yeah, but no money, no freaking going out, locked away with people I hate for months.
Nope.
But yeah, we're not talking about 2020. We're not talking about 2021. We're talking about 2022.
Yeah.
That's right. So, to build on what I said about how the Feinics Gate has collectively... I can't even... It's so bad. We're so bad. Took almost 6 months off.
Well, we're working on it.
No, it was a bad year. All right.
Yeah.
We could not get together for the life of us in the month of January because we had DigiNan's birthday. So that was a big thing. We had New Year's. That was a big thing. 2022, we were ringing it in, and we were still, kind of recovering from a really fucked up holiday season. Because, you had a bad holiday season last year, Choco.
Yeah, really bad. Yeah.
Really bad. So, obviously, we needed the time to recoup, reiterate. We did come back in February. We came back in the second week of February. We did. Yes?
Yes.
We came back in that second week of February, and, we tried. We tried to be consistent. We did. The first episode of 2022, if you guys want to ever go back and take a look at where and how we've evolved this year and what we've spoken about, was February 9th. And we were actually covering the first Nintendo Direct of the year. If I'm correct.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. We were covering that. You were actually...
I wasn't even in my Fire Emblem back then.
No, you were in Fire Emblemed out yet. No.
Mm-hmm.
No. And then, when we came back for episode 62, for issue 62, we explained where the fuck we've been, because apparently we didn't talk to you guys since October of 2021.
Oh, geez.
Yo, we gotta stop doing that.
Nothing for you.
Like, really. No more of this. But unfortunately, I can't deny we did do it. We were very good in February, you and I. We were very consistent. We had multiple guests on the show throughout the year. You heard this, you heard the voices throughout the year, and it was really cool. It
was.
It was. We covered Pokemon hit 26 years this year, I mean, it's been a very big Pokemon year, honestly, if you think about it.
It really has. We started the year with Arceus, and we're ending the year with Violet.
Yeah.
And Scarlet.
Yeah. I mean, you started streaming hardcore again this year. What else? We talked about so much anime.
Yeah.
You know, I got married
I still
this
really
year.
love. Yes, you got married. That was also a big thing.
That was a big time suck.
Nani?
Sorry. You know, yeah, so that's the reason why we didn't podcast at all summer. Like, literally, we didn't podcast at all this summer.
Yeah.
Nothing for you.
Like, seriously, we're the... Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's fitting. It's fitting for this topic that we're talking about today.
Agreed. I totally agree. But we did actually have a lot of firsts this year as well.
Mm-hmm.
We covered our first. We were actually like the official podcast invited to our first real convention where we had our first table.
Mm-hmm.
And that was Tropicon. That was in August.
Yeah.
So we had that. That was great. What else did we do? We did a lot.
We did Anime and We See.
We did I should have done New York City Comic Con, but I didn't. I should have. We did cover the Video Game Awards.
Yes, that was fun.
I'm actually looking back on our episode list, and Choco and I were talking about this off air, and we covered, honestly, if you think about it, this year was really focused mostly on video games and anime.
Well, that's because I have a thing.
Sure, that's what you call
things
it.
I like.
We both like it. How dare you? I'm not complaining. I think it was a good year. We hit a big milestone this year. We hit issue 75.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I was talking about it again off air. I should be at way more than that. But whatever. The Feinics Gate has faced a lot of problems over the past several years. It has. And honestly, we're still here. And we are going into 2023. And 2023 is going to be such a great year for us. I can feel it in my bones.
Oh, yeah.
I can feel it in my
Bringing in the goodness.
Yeah. All right. So, Choco, tell me about
I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah. Tell me about some of your best memories over the past year with the Gate.
I honestly still love the waifu and husbando episode. Is still probably my favorite. That was the funniest. I feel like that was the funniest episode that we did this year.
If you would like to know what episode she is referring to, we are referring to issue 69, Quench Your Thirst.
I think it was so funny. It was one of my favorites. I know we did it recently, but I really liked the video game one we did.
Yeah,
the Video Game Awards. I thought it came out really good.
I love that episode because you and I literally were so hyped after the Video Game Awards that we got on the freaking phone together and posted it immediately. I
feel like it came out really good. I liked that one.
That was a good one.
So
yeah.
those are probably my top two ones.
Yeah,
I think. I liked the Pokemon one too because it's always fun to talk about Pokemon.
Oh yeah,
There's just so much to talk about.
The 26 years of Pokemon. We had DigiNan and Scotty's on Fire with us for that episode, so that was a good one. I mean, we've had DigiNan and Scotty's on Fire with us for multiple episodes this year, so kudos.
Usually video games.
Yeah. Kudos to them for joining us. I mean, we just had DigiNan on the cast last week for the Grinch episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, it's great. We're definitely in 2023 looking to get some new voices, as guests. So I got a bunch of people lined up that have actually expressed interest on coming onto the cast. So keep an ear out for that in 2023. In 2023, we're also going to be launching more visuals. Like we're actually going to be doing a YouTube show finally that we've been talking about for over a year.
You know what though? This was the planning year. We tried to start it this year, and it had issues, and now we know going forward, so now we can go in and it'll be great.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, honestly,
it was a prototype year.
It's a prototype year. I'll take it. I'll take it.
That's how I'm going to look at it.
That's how I'm looking at it.
Duh and or hello.
Like, fuck yeah, dude. I am actually very proud of you and I for doing what we did this year. I am.
Yeah, there was a lot of like really cool things we did this year.
There was. I mean, seriously, like, granted,
like on the gate and off the gate too.
True. We had a lot of firsts. We had a lot of big events happen. I mean, you didn't go to as many conventions as I did this year. We didn't go to our normal. We actually didn't hit up a lot of our normal conventions this year because I don't even remember why we never went to EternalCon. Oh wait, no, we did. We did go to EternalCon.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
That was when we were Bowsette and Boosette, right?
Yes, that was when we debuted Bowsette and Boosette. Yeah, so we did go to
That was like, I think, the first con from COVID.
Yes, it was. Shit. Because remember, a lot of shit didn't open up really hardcore karate, like hard body karate until this year. Even though 2021, the things started to open up again. 2022, a lot of conventions did not come back or we just missed them because we were busy. Yeah, because I know I wanted to do Anime Next and then they canceled Anime Next this year. I don't know if it's even coming back this year. I don't know if it is. I don't know. Like, also, like, one of the other big reasons why you and I decided not to go to a lot of conventions is because, I got married.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a big time suck and money suck for both of us.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not complaining. I'm very happy-ish.
Oh, bitch.
It's fine.
You happy?
I'm happy. But, yeah. We're wrapping it up. Yeah, we're hitting issue 78. This is issue 78 of the gate. We're ending 2022 on a even number, which is nice. Is nice. And then the first, we're doing well, honestly, I think, for the gate.
I think so, too.
Yeah, and then next year it's just going to be... Because you and I, we're already planning... The first thing of the year that we are doing is we're going to MagFest.
Yes.
That's huge.
It really is.
I have never been to MagFest. I am very, very excited. Have you ever been to MagFest?
No, I've been to COT2Con, but I haven't been to MagFest. But it's the same spot, but like different kind of vibe.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, you know what I'm actually really looking forward to is experiencing different conventions this year. Not this year, 2023. I'm looking forward to the different conventions that we have talked about possibly frequenting, as well as our mainstays, which obviously are New York City Comic Con, EternalCon, and Anime NYC.
Yeah.
I did want to hit up a few more. I do say that the Feinics Gate is going to be traveling a little bit more this year. We are. Whether as a pair or singles, we're still going to do it. So, because this year, I was actually very privileged to, we did Tropicon together, we did EternalCon together, we did Anime NYC together. That was the 3 conventions that you and I did together.
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough to go to to New York City Comic Con this year. Spooky Empire invited us down and they want us back next year, so we'll be going to that as well, again. I would like to hit up Holiday Matsuri next year. So
that's one of my dream ones to go to.
Yeah.
And I have some friends down there.
Same. And so like, and we could, the conventions coming up next year, I do plan on going to, as long as finances and timing allows, I will be going to a lot more conventions next year. And I'm going to be dragging Choco with me, whether she likes it or not.
And it's just fine. I can fit into a suitcase.
Yeah, exactly.
Oi.
She's travel size.
I don't need fresh air. Just zipper me in.
She's my carry-on. You're my carry-on.
Nani?
But, yeah. So
Just get a rolling suitcase and cut some holes out for my hands and legs.
And breathing holes. Breathing holes!
No, it's fine. Don't need them. It's fine.
All right, fine. Hold your breath. I don't know. But I am looking forward to 2023 and what the year will bring the Phoenix Gate, because I am very excited. I'm very excited. I'm hoping that we get invited back to Tropicon to cover it again, because that was a lot of fun. We were able to showcase a lot of stuff. You were able to showcase your 3D printing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that was really cool. You started your 3D printing business in 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us about that.
It's not really doing much right now, but
God damn!
They're not working right now, so
Understandable. And then hopefully in 2023, I'll be able to get a 3D printer of my own. We'll see.
Yes.
We'll see. But either way, we had a lot, like you started streaming, you started, you did your 3D printing business, you became a paladin of cosplay.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite achievement of the year.
Smashing.
I'm proud of you.
I've been trying for that for like a few years now.
And now I'm trying for
So,
it. We're trying.
Yeah.
We're trying to get me in there too.
Woohoo!
You know, and it seems to be, going in the right direction, but we'll see what happens in 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, we got a lot of things to look forward to in 2023. What do you?
Yeah, you made lots of connections at New York Comic Con.
Yeah. Yep.
That was really good too.
Anime NYC, we made a ton of connections.
Mm-hmm.
We made some at Eternal Con. We made some at Tropicon. So like your girls have been networking. So
that's half of the work.
That's 75% of the work, my love. I'm sorry. Okay, so tell me besides MagFest, what are some of the dream conventions that you would want to go to in 2023? If you have the ability and the money to go to, which would you want to go to?
I want to do Colossal Con East.
Really?
Yeah, because it's not far from my parents, actually, and I've never been to a Colossal Con, and I know there's always issues and blah, 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 whatever. I don't care. I want to go.
You know what, honestly, my philosophy when it comes to conventions is you can always just go once.
Yeah, if I don't like it, at least I could say I went, and I have an excuse for not liking it.
Yeah.
But I would like to at least go.
Yeah. No, I agree. Okay, so Colossal Con East, that's going on the list.
Yeah. Dragon Con, I think, is the same weekend.
No, Dragon Con happens Labor Day weekend.
Okay, because I know Colossal Con East sometimes is either the weekend after or before, or it's very close to Dragon Con.
Yeah, Colossal Con also happens twice a year. Colossal Con, I'm pretty sure, also happens twice a year.
Yeah, now it didn't originally, but now it does.
Yeah. So, that's something to look into. What else?
I know you said Whole Mat already.
I would like to go to Whole Mat, yeah.
I'd like to do Anime Boston again because I personally really love Anime Boston. Their late night panels are some of the best ones ever. So I'm not really a panel person per se.
Yeah, neither am I.
At conventions, but their 18 plus panels are so funny.
What?
They have a bunch of hentai panels that I absolutely adore going to. They're amazing. There's a hentai AMV contest panel that's always really, really, really funny. There's yeah, it's ridiculous. There's also
What?
a live reading hentai panel thing that's with actual hentai voice actors. That's really funny.
Oh my!
Their 18 plus stuff is always top of the line. I love their 18 plus content.
We enjoy
And
that.
they also have a really, really nice artist alley, Anime Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's in Massachusetts, it has some people that you kind of see at like the New York conventions,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of them, like, you don't see the art too much. So to me, it's a lot more unique art because it's people who can only sell like in Massachusetts kind of deal. You need like a special permit for AB.
Okay.
Yeah. So I really love their artist alley and their dealer room.
Okay.
It's called
It's
a
not
hustle,
like-
sweetheart.
It's not the most scenic in terms of like photo shoot locations inside the con, but outside it's really nice.
Oh, that's cool.
It's kind of like the Javits Center. Like the Javits Center is like, it's like on photo spots, but like outside the Javits, you're like, oh no, now it's cool.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, there's a lot. Like, one thing that I've noticed is that the resurgence of some of these conventions, some have come back, some have not. Like, obviously, we're going to MAG in January. Katsu happens right afterwards in February. And I do know a couple people that are going. And they're like, oh, why aren't you coming? I'm like, because, bitch, I'm going to MAG in January. What the fuck? You think I'm made of money? Like, but that is something that eventually I want to experience one time. I know you don't want to go.
Yeah, I don't want to go back.
Yeah, because you did not have nice experiences, but you did in the past.
I've been like, I think in total, I've been to Katsu 6 or 7 times, and like none of them were like fully good experiences.
Emotional damage.
Which is why I'm like, I'm never going back.
Valid.
I gave it the good old college try and then some. So.
Valid. March for me is a little bit on, like, there are 3 conventions that are happening in March, 2 of which I really want to go to. 1 I'm on the fence about.
I know you said, is one of them C2E2?
Yes, that is at the very end of March. That is March 31st to April 2nd, that weekend. I would like to go to that one because, A, I like Chicago. I went to Chicago 4 years ago for the very first Pokemon Go Fest.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a great time. The city is pretty. It's pretty. It's not bad. It's not New York, but, you know,
Yeah.
You know, and they from what I can see so far, they got a really nice lineup. You know? So C2E2 is definitely on my list. The other big one that I'm hoping I'll be able to go to, but I do not know if I'm going to be able to swing it right now, especially if we're going to C2E2, is Emerald City Comic Con.
Now that's in PA?
Seattle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's really far.
Mm-hmm. Listen. So that one is also at the very beginning of March.
Why did I think that was in Pennsylvania?
Probably because you're thinking Monster Mania.
Or maybe Wizard World. Maybe I was thinking Wizard World.
One of the Wizard Worlds, I think, also happens the same time as Emerald City. You're right.
Yeah.
Because there's so many Wizard Worlds now, and then there's like Galaxy Con, and then there's like another one in Texas that apparently DigiNan was talking about going to. And I'm like, I'd be down. Fuck it. Why not? You know?
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's going to come down to money and timing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it's going to come down for us this year is money and timing.
Yeah.
Because we're poor.
Yep.
We're so poor. Like, I need money. But, I mean, I'm excited for those. And then, like, what's another one? Obviously, we're going to, if Eternal Con does come back, which it's supposed to, but I don't know if they're going to continue holding it at the place that they had it since they no longer go to Nassau Coliseum.
Yeah.
Because Nassau Coliseum technically does not exist anymore.
Yeah, that's really weird still.
I know. I mean, who knows? Eternal Con is usually one of our go-tos. We do go to that. Tropicon is in August, so that's like obviously like our August convention if we get there. New York City Comic Con, always the beginning of October, and they changed it this year. So now it is no longer the first weekend in October. It's actually Columbus Day weekend, I think now.
I thought it always was.
No. Oh, wait, maybe. I'm not sure. But I know that they're actually having it a week later than they normally would at the Javits this year. And everybody was like, what?
Yeah, because it usually is the weekend of Columbus Day, and then everyone has that extra Monday off to recuperate, and now no one has that extra Monday off.
Nope.
No.
They ain't getting that this year because there was some kind of like weird scheduling issue, I was told. Reed Pop fucked around. I don't know. Don't really care.
Yeah. Someone else took the date, which is like wild because it's like, that Reed Pop is always going to take this date. Like, why would you even offer it to another venue?
I know. Weird.
Oh my God! Okay.
It's so weird. It's so weird. But like, I do remember
I don't know. I don't understand things.
Dude, I know when they announced the dates, like every single person who's been going to that convention for God knows how many years was just like, losing their fucking minds about it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's whatever. It's whatever.
It's called a hustle.
It's fine.
Sweetheart.
Anime NYC, you and I go every year. We've been going every year since the inception, and I think this was year 5 this year.
Because of COVID, I think.
5.
It was 5? Okay.
I believe so. If it's not 5, it's 4. I don't care. Whatever. We've been going since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like you and I, we've been going since the beginning. So that's obviously 2 mainstays on our lists. It would take something catastrophic for us not to attend those 2 conventions.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if you think about it. So, there's that. We did mention Hallmat. Obviously, we're going back to Spooky Empire. One of the other ones that I would have liked to go to this year, but obviously I couldn't because time, money, and just was Spookhala, which is another horror convention down in Florida, but it also happens to be the same weekend as Matsuri. So next year, obviously, I'm going to have to make the choice, and Matsuri is going to win out. It just is.
See, my plan for Matsuri was always, because I've seen other people do it, they do 2 days at the con and 1 day at Disney.
Yeah, fair. Because Christmas time, Disney is apparently like top tier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like there's that. We did mention Colossal Con, so obviously we would travel for that. Dragon Con was mentioned, but that's usually Labor Day weekend, and that's when I usually go on my annual trip to the Renaissance Fair with my TikTok fam, my cos fam, so that for me is most likely not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for me. Unless I drag you with me to the Ren Fair, which I might. You don't know me. You don't know.
Nani?
But yeah, so like that's some of our wishes, obviously, for the Phoenix Gate. That's some of the conventions that we would like to see for the Phoenix Gate, which is like huge for us because we are a very convention and cosplay based podcast. You know?
Yeah.
And we do want to branch out. I would like to go to TwitchCon.
That would be fun.
Or BlizzCon, even though, we don't really support Wizards of the Coast or Blizzard.
Yeah.
But I would like to go because I hear it's a lot of fun. I
know the Paladins are trying to see if we could get into that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, let's go. Fucking, what else? There's a bunch of places that I would like to travel to this year coming up, but we'll see. Well, actually, I don't have the list of conventions that I'm like, I need to go. Like, my best friend Tasha, she was talking about possibly going to YumaCon. She went this year. She said the vibe
I've heard good things on that.
She said the vibe was different this year. She had a panel, but she said the vibe was weird. And she would have gone home if she wasn't there with friends. But it is something that I would like to check out one day. Just to say that I have.
I would I was looking because I was like, is there one near us that we could even go to? And it seems like they're all really far. But I would like to go to a furry con.
Yo, why not? Just to say
I would like to go to a furry con this year. But they're all kind of far. There's I was like, is there even one in PA? Because PA is not too far.
I believe there's one.
No, there's none.
Are you sure there isn't one in Boston?
No.
We're going to have to double check that. Or, hey,
they say they count Kineticon as a furry con, and I'm like, I've been to Kineticon. It is not a furry con.
That is
There
actually...
a single...
You know what's actually on my list? You just reminded me.
Kineticon?
Kineticon is one, but you know what's on my list and has been for actually a few years?
What?
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island's pretty good.
I've never been. I want to go. Rhode Island Comic Con. I'm coming for you because they always get some of the best guests.
Arisa, whatever it's called, the one that's like, I think it's in Maine, is like supposed to be really cool because like they have like full on like food vendors for everybody the entire time.
So we get lobster?
Like, no, not like lobster, but like they have like banquets out the entire time or something like that. I don't know if they did that, if they keep doing that now because of COVID, but I know they used to do that prior to COVID. So
one of honestly, one of the other big things that I know is going to be happening next year, which, I know, is that next? Oh, okay. So not this year, but 2024, but we're not going to talk about 2024 is, Star Wars, the Star Wars convention that I go to all the time is coming back to Orlando because they had it in Anaheim this year. It's in London next year. And if it goes back to the original pattern, it should be in Orlando in 2024. So obviously that's where that's where I will be in 2024, and most likely I'll drag your ass too.
Well, you know what's also open? Isn't the Nintendo World opening this year?
Yes.
In Florida?
Yes.
Yeah, that's opening this year.
Yes.
I think.
Yes. Dude. Hello. So there's that. But yeah, okay. So what are the other goals that you would have for the podcast itself? Not just for, conventions that we want to go to.
As weird of a want as it is, I would like to get up to the point where we can have a single merch option for our podcast.
Like t-shirts?
Yeah. Like it's not like, I'm not saying like a full on store or anything, because that like is a lot of work, but like I would like to have at least one item of merch.
Well, I mean, we have the pins.
For our podcast.
We have pins.
No. Yeah, we have the pins, but like I'm talking like either like a shirt or like some kind of like, I don't know, something like a patch or like a coaster or something like that.
You and I can sit down and design that off air. Because that's definitely something I would like to see.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool.
I think I totally agree with you.
Mighty need!
I like that.
So that, and maybe not this year, but at least get the planning for like, if we can reach it, to get to the opportunity to have like a live show eventually.
Well, I mean, we were live at Tropicon.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like a live show with like, like going to a spot and people coming to hear our podcast live.
That would be really cool. My goal for the podcast next year is I would like us to host a few more panels.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, like I obviously want us to be able to get more press because our lives are covering everything. That's what we do. But I would love to host panels at some of the bigger conventions and get our names really out there. Like I want the Feinics Gate, then what I've always wanted for the Feinics Gate since its inception almost 6 years ago was I want people to be like, I want to be on that podcast. Oh my God, I love Jade. I love Choco. I want to be a guest on that podcast. That's what I want for this in 2023. Or at least to get the ball rolling a little bit faster towards that. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like, because I don't think we'll get to like the live show status this year, but I would like to get like the foundation for that going this year.
Never say never, my love. You know I have ways. So the way I network, it happens. It's happening. But yeah, so I mean, we got some goals for us. We got some goals for the cast. What about cosplay goals for you?
Oh, geez. I don't really have specific, because I my year of the cosplay goals was, I want to say 2021 was my year of like hitting a lot of my dream costumes.
Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream cosplay. What if it's a skill that you want to acquire?
I want to start doing more wigs.
Yes.
So that's for sure. And I don't have like any specific characters or anything, but I have like ideas for this year, but I don't know if I want to say them, because then I feel like I'm going to be a little bit obligated to make them, and if I don't, I'll feel bad.
Valid. I mean, I have a bunch of goals too. Bunch of dream characters that I would love to do. But my main goal in my cosplay journey for myself, honestly, not just for the cast, but also for my cosplay journey, is next year I want to be able to completely sew in an outfit for myself. I want to make sure, I want to be one of those, I want to be able to do that by the end of next year. I want to be able to sit there and say, I made that beginning to end. Not where I do my normal thing, where I will modify something or create it from scratch with other found items. No, I want to be able to sit there and say, I physically fucking made that. That's my goal. Whether it be an armor or a like dress or like a full cosplay, including the wig, that's my goal. By the end of 2023, I want to have a completely original cosplay made by me.
That's a good goal.
It's a good goal. Because it'll force me to actually, like, you know, do shit.
Yeah.
That's how.
What?
I guess for me, in terms of cosplay, also, I want to try and do more like things with TikTok and cosplay.
That's my girl. Bring it. Do it.
I don't know if I'll be doing like original characters, but at least like cosplays that I have.
Smashing.
For now. I'm going to start small, because if I start small, I feel like it'll be easier to, you know, reach higher limits than what the shorter limit that I'm saying.
Baby girl, that's what I did. I started literally before I went into the OC community, because an OC stands for original characters, by the way, not Orange County. Fuck off. I was doing my canon cosplays for TikTok. And actually, that's something I forgot to mention in the beginning. I hit over 18,000 followers on TikTok this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I'm trying to get the TikToks for our Feinics Gate to be the same, because my personal TikTok hit the 18K. Feinics Gate, we're still working on it. So please go follow the Feinics Gate on TikTok. I promise I'll post content. I swear I will. Both of us will. Both of us will. We swear. Teehee. But yeah, I would love to see that from you. I've been trying to get you to freaking do tiki-talkies with me forever.
I do them when I'm in costume. It's just like I don't.
I know.
Have the spoons to put on the costume.
It's fine. Do you know how, like, that's why, like, a lot of the people get on my ass, and you can get on our asses about it with TikTok and podcasting as well. We batch. We're batchers. Like, if I'm in a cosplay, I'm literally going to make, at minimum, 10 to 20 videos in that cosplay to post over the span of time. Right now, I've been spam posting because I made 2 holiday original characters that, you know, I want to get out before the end of the year. And I only have about 2 weeks left. Because I'm not going to be posting my holiday characters in January. It's not happening. So that's one of the reasons why, if you are on TikTok and you do follow me, you're going to see a lot of that shit. Not ashamed of it. Woohoo! Not ashamed. But
yeah, I was liking some of those videos today.
Thank you. I love it. But okay, so this is cool. We got that out of the way. Got that out of the way. And you know what? Let's talk about New Year's. Let's talk about how New Year's is different for a lot of people. First things first, I would like to talk about the origins of the New Year's resolution. How do you feel?
I feel good.
You feel good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, there are religious origins for the quote-unquote New Year's resolution. It actually really started all the way as far back as the Romans, believe it or not.
That's not one I would have pictured, but okay.
Correct. So the people made promises to their gods at the start of each year that they would return borrowed objects or pay off their debts. The Romans began each year by making promises to the gods Janus, who the month of January is named. Now, I know that Janus is also known, I think he was the god of the doorways, like crossroads kind of deal.
Yeah, portal god.
Yeah, he was a portal god. He was the god of beginnings, gates, transitions, time, duality, doorways, passages, frames, and endings. And he's always depicted as having two faces.
Yeah.
So...
which is just terrifying.
I know. He can never get away. But, like, it's no wonder that the ancient Romans would dedicate something to a god that was literally the ending and the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool.
I do like that. That's not the kind of religious overtones I was expecting when you said it had religious overtones. I was like, oh, this is some Christian nonsense.
All right. So in the medieval era, the knights would take what's known as a peacock vow at the end of the Christmas season each year to reaffirm their commitment to chivalry. Which is kind of
peacock vow.
Cool.
I love that.
It's so cool. The peacock vow, and I'm going to tell you what it means. The vows of the peacock. It is known as Le Vœu du Paon, and it was written by Jacques de Longuyon of Lorraine, and it was a romance written in the 14th century. So we're going back. We're going back some times.
Yeah, it's really old.
Really old. So that they would reaffirm, obviously, their chivalry, their vows to their liege, all that kind of shit. Now, you did mention Christianity.
Let's hear it. Let's hear what they have to say.
So, Christians apparently do what's known as watch night services, which actually is a late night Christian church service, and it's different in many different Christian traditions, Methodist, Catholic, Lutheran, Anglican, Baptist, Adventist, Reformed Christians. They're all held late New Year's Eve, which according to them is the 7th day of Christmas tide.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, what did I just do? Oops. I did not mean to do that. But I just closed the page that I was reading.
Oh no! What is that like? Isn't that the Epiphany or whatever? Is that time period?
I have no idea.
Or is that Easter?
That's Easter, I think.
Okay, yeah, that sounds more right.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just actually bringing back the page that my assholes. Whatever. So, in Methodist, liturgy is used for New Year, is the covenant renewal service. So basically they go to church and they pray. That's basically what Christians and Catholics and all those people do. That's what they do. It also
that's not...
No. Go ahead.
Okay. I was going to say, that's not like that different from a normal, like, Sunday.
I mean, they do it on Christmas. They go to church.
Yeah, the Christmas one's kind of fun, though.
I wouldn't know.
I've been to Christmas Mass. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. So, honestly, the tradition actually has many religious parallels. It's Judaism's New Year, Rosh Hashanah, and through the high holidays and culminating in Yom Kippur, one is supposed to reflect upon one's wrongdoings over the year and seek and offer forgiveness. People can also do this during Lent. So,
Yeah.
There's a lot of that. But the concept, regardless of what creed, it's to reflect upon yourself and to have self-improvement annually. It's basically the resolutions were to hold our motherfucking selves accountable. Which is cool, honestly. It's really cool. And honestly, I never knew that the resolution thing, and you would think, was that old. I mean, ancient Rome.
I was never gonna pick Rome.
Right?
I was gonna be like, oh, this is probably some like what I was expecting was like, oh, this was some weird way for early Christians to cause more blame mongering in the early Christians.
Nope.
And like I don't know, that's what I was assuming. It was like something like that.
Well, believe it or not, actually, the title of resolution was first mentioned. This is the first one that we know of, like, written down. The first resolution that anybody, I guess, wrote down was a 1671 Diary of Anne Halkett, which includes an entry on January 2nd titled Resolutions, which contained a number of religious pledges taken primarily from Bible verses such as, I will not offend anymore. And then in the beginning of the 19th century, people tended to make and fail to keep resolutions. That was commonly known and satirized. Like, they made fun of that because how many people today sit here and say, I'm going to do this year, and then fucking do it?
Yeah.
So it actually...
almost everybody.
Right.
It's more common than not.
Right. So and believe it or not, actually, Americans at the end of the Great Depression is when they started to form the New Year's resolution trend. So according to this, 40 to 50% of the Americans participated in New Year's resolution tradition, and 46% of the participants who made New Year's resolutions were likely to succeed over 10 times more than those deciding to make the life changes at any other time of the year.
That's, yeah.
Yeah. 40% of the people who made the resolutions didn't keep them. But 46%, like say you have 100% of people, 46% of the people who made their resolution at the beginning of the year keeping their resolution until the end of the year, that's impressive.
Yeah, that's higher than I thought.
Yeah. So the success rate, according to a 2014 report, 35% of participants who failed their New Year's resolutions admitted that they had unrealistic goals. 33% of participants did not keep track of their progress, and 23% forgot about them. About 1 to 10 respondents claimed they just made too many.
Yeah, that sounds like my problem.
That's mine too, because ADHD and horrible trauma brain sits there and goes, oh, Etch-a-Sketch. La, 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 la.
I don't know.
And then it's gone forever. That's pretty cool. Like, I mean, considering the origins showing up in ancient Rome, and it's still freaking pretty prevalent today.
Yeah.
That's
really cool.
That is really, really cool. I mean, honestly, considering. And then, like, hey, you know what? Also, there's a ton of New Year's traditions that are worldwide. You know, we kind of, over the years, have created a New Year's tradition where you've held a party every year.
Yeah, I just didn't do it the one year I went to go to my parents.
Well, yeah, but for the most part,
yeah,
we always go out and party together, you know, like for the few years.
Yeah, pajama party.
Hell yeah. So, I mean, some of the New Year's traditions around the world, especially like the biggest one here, especially in New York, is we watch the ball drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's been happening since 1907.
Really?
Yeah, the ball has been dropping in Times Square since 1907, baby girl.
Okay.
It is literally one of the most popular New Year's Eve celebrations in the world because the world will sit there, even if they are in different time zones, and watch the ball drop in New York City.
That's cool.
Damn.
That is really cool, right?
Why
don't you tell us some?
So, I mean, one of my personal traditions that we do in my family, besides watching the ball drop, is we do the lentil.
Okay.
Which is like, and it's an Italian thing. There's other cultures as well who do like something similar, where they'll do like beans or like any other food that's like coin shaped. So because lentil are like, they look like split pea, they're little tiny, flat coin shaped bean things.
Legumes.
You make like lentil soup with them, and you're supposed to eat it for New Year because you're eating something shaped like coins, so it's supposed to be like for prosperity in the new year, like good money things to come. So that's like what Italy does, and that's what we do. And then I always did the special red underwear because I read it once that in like a lot of different cultures, they wear specific colored underwear for good luck and for like certain other things. So I always went with red because it's my favorite color.
Yeah. See, my family, we don't really have like a set tradition for us.
Oh, and the pots and pans. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, the pots and pans, obviously, because you got to bang away everything from, you got to bang away the bad energy, the bad juju, clear it out.
Evil spirits, be gone.
Yeah. But, how Sailor Mars of you?
Bang away the evil spirits with my pots and pans.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, in Ireland, one of my favorite traditions that I actually found out about that they do in Ireland, because, I'm very Irish as well as Italian. So they bang bread against the walls to ward off the evil spirits. They make way for a healthy and prosperous new year by banging loaves of Christmas bread against the walls and doors throughout the home.
Is this the figgy puddings?
No, it's Christmas bread.
So like fruitcake.
Yeah, I guess. Or rye bread or, because Ireland. So,
Well, if it's the Christmas bread, it's a few days old. So, yeah, that's going to be a hard piece of bread.
Yeah, pretty much. My other personal thing that I do, this is what I do because, I will purify every single doorway, window, and everything with juniper.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I will use either juniper or cedar, and I will purify every single doorway, every single window. Obviously I'll clear it out, make so that I can prepare the house to have good energy and come in, and bad energy get the fuck out for the new year. That's what I do. That's a personal thing. Mm-hmm. I also make sure to completely and utterly clean, dust, and detox my altar every new year.
That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What's another one that you liked from around the world?
Okay, so hold on. Let me get the list back up. Denmark was a little funny. Denmark like breaks plates and stuff.
Nice. Ooh, what about the one in Greece?
So, I was gonna do the Romania one because that was wild.
Give it.
Okay, so Romania's involves big brown animals, which basically between Christmas and New Year's they have like festivals and parade where they dress up in bear fur costumes and sing and dance to ward off evil.
Nice.
Like they do they literally, there's a picture of them like dressed up in bear suits, but like they're kind of hyper realistic bear suits and they're a little terrifying.
Well, it's Romania.
It's giving me like Midgar summer like vibes.
Midsummer. Oh no.
Yeah, midsummer vibes. So it's like they do that. The other thing they also do is the farmers will spend the entire new year trying to communicate with their livestock to get for good luck.
Oh, that's awesome though.
That's cute. That's the cute one. So you have like the farmers are doing the cute shit, and then the normal like everyday citizens are like dressing up like bears and having like weird crazy rituals.
You know what's actually another one that I am actually really interested in is Scotland's.
What's Scotland?
So Scotland actually has a name for their celebration. It's called Hogmanay or Hogmanay. I can't say it. I'm not Scottish. Mm-hmm. But on this day, the Scottish will observe many traditions, but easily one of their most famous is called first footing. And according to Scottish beliefs, the first person who crosses through the threshold of your house after midnight on New Year's Day should be a dark-haired male if you wish to have good luck in the coming year. Traditionally, these men also come bearing gifts of coal, salt, shortbread, and whiskey, all of which further contribute to the idea of having good fortune.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, according to this, is also why a dark-haired man? Well, back when Scotland was being invaded by the Vikings, or the Norse, as we shall call them, because that wasn't a thing, the last thing you wanted to see at your doorstep was a light-haired man bearing a giant axe. So today, the opposite, a dark-haired man, symbolizes opulence and success to the Scottish.
I like that.
That's cute.
Well, yeah. So Greece, because you mentioned Greece before,
Yeah.
is they will hang an onion on the front door of their home, and it's a symbol of rebirth in the new year. And the parents will wake their children by tapping them on the head with the onion on New Year's Day.
Okay.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine you just like trying to sleep in because like you were up late with your family for New Year's Eve and you're just trying to sleep in and your parents are waking you up by smacking you in the head with an onion?
They are mitigated God.
I would.
Yeah.
My parents would see me act like a Romanian and just bear claw them.
God damn.
Just rawr, just no. It is a well-known freaking fact in my home. Do not wake me up. It's not a good time for you.
So the other country that I thought was really cool was Finland.
Okay.
Because in Finland, what they do is they predict what's going to happen in the new year by casting molten tin into a container of water. And when you do that, it like makes weird shapes because you're putting like something really hot into water, which is going to change the temperature drastically.
Of course.
So what they'll do is they'll take it out once it's cooled and they'll like interpret symbols out of the tin.
Okay.
And it'll like predict your future. So like a heart or a ring means there'll be a wedding. If you see like a ship in it, it predicts travel. If you see a pig, it means you're going to have plenty of food. So like they have like things like that. So basically they do like a tarot card reading, but with tin in water.
Germany does the same thing. Apparently they pour lead.
I think that's so cool.
Yeah.
It's like a tea leaf reading, but but way more metal.
That's
literally.
really cool because what was that, Denmark that you were talking about?
That was Finland.
Finland and Germany. Finland does tin, Germany does lead. That's pretty cool.
Funny.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
The Japanese have a couple of really cool ones.
Mm-hmm.
They ring bells, obviously. They will ring 108. They have 108 Buddhist temples in Japan. And all of them will ring their bells 107 times as soon as the clock strikes midnight.
I saw that for the fact that it's supposed to be, it's a Buddhist thing more than like Japanese because it's supposed to be that they're pre-saying the start, like it's a what's the word? I can't think of the word. It's supposed to be like they're to say sorry for all the mistakes that are going to happen in the year. So they're like ringing the bells ahead of time for it.
Well, actually, according to this, it is a tradition known as Joyokane. Probably butchered that. But it is meant to both dispel the 108 evil desires in each and every person and cleanse the previous year of past sins.
Okay, so it's the previous year. I thought it was the one I read was the coming year. So I guess mistranslation.
But the other really cool thing that I really like is that they slurp down a bowl of soba noodles.
Slurp, slurp, slurp.
So they're in a ritual known as Toshikoshi Soba or year crossing noodles. Though nobody is really entirely sure where it came from, it is believed that the soba's thin shape and long length is meant to signify a long and healthy life. Many people also believe because the buckwheat plant is used to make soba noodles and it is so resilient, people who eat the pasta on New Year's Eve to signify their strength. I like that because now I want noodles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Italian. I want noodles. Greeks
Just
also,
whatever
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
does the broth count or it's just the noodles?
I guess it's both. They said it's a bowl of soba, so I'm assuming it means the whole thing.
Yeah.
You missed one in Greek, though. In Greek, they also apparently pummel pomegranates.
I love that.
Yeah. So the pomegranate symbolizes fertility, life, and abundance, and so it has also become associated with good fortune in modern Greece. So just after midnight on New Year's Eve, it is customary for Greeks to smash a pomegranate against the door of their house. And it is said that the number of pomegranate seeds that end up scattered is directly correlated with the amount of good luck to come.
I like that. That's actually, but to do that you need to really throw that pomegranate.
I think that's why they're like, big deals. And I mean, and what better way to honor Persephone?
Yeah, like you gotta yeet that pomegranate because that's not easy to get them spilling out.
Yeah. I mean, I also just saw Italians do have the red underwear thing. It's associated with fertility.
Well, now I might change my underwear color.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Brazil's cool because Brazil is in the southern hemisphere. So while it's winter up here for our asses, it's summer down there for them. So they go to the beach and they'll actually throw white flowers into the ocean to make offerings.
How pretty.
I know. And these are offerings to Yemeya, who is a major water deity, and it is said to control the seas to elicit her blessings for the year to come. And if I know one thing about Yemeya, you don't fuck with her. She's, woo! I don't fuck with that. No. The Orishas? No. So that's a really cool way of offering to her, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm alone here.
No, I think that's cool. I like Panama because they drive off evil spirits for fresh new year by burning effigies of well-known people such as television characters and political figures, and the effigies are meant to represent the old year. So they'll just like burn photos of like famous people for the new year, and I you know what? Yeah.
I'll do it.
I think that's great.
I love it. You know what's funny? Because it's not the only place that I'm reading that does a lot of burning on New Year's. Ecuador burns scarecrows.
Yeah, so Ecuador, they do scarecrows, and I saw a picture of this. They make, some of them are like, they don't really look like scarecrows. They look like weird mannequins of people that are like bigger than people, and they're kind of like really well sculpted, and they just fucking burn them, the whole thing.
It's actually funny because I'm reading here in Ecuador, they do the same thing with politicians, pop culture icons, and other figures from the year prior.
Mm-hmm.
So Ecuador does it too.
Can you imagine like the holiday tradition for New Year's is like burning, like if you're a famous person, like is burning photos of you? Like I would be like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Right?
I would be concerned. Be like, man, I really hope no one's using my photo to burn this year.
Right? Shit. India also does it. India also burns. They burn a sculpture of an old man.
Oh, that's upsetting.
There's a lot of burning traditions. I mean, one thing that I'm seeing across the board, though, is Spain does the 12 grapes, which I actually do every year. I eat 12 grapes, symbolize each strike of the clock, and it's to boost your chances of a prosperous and lucky new year. If you eat all the grapes in a matter of seconds, since they need to be gone by the time the clock is finishing. So that literally means it's just like gobble, 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 But I enjoy that tradition. There's a Filipino tradition that I was introduced to years ago when I was dating Satan. Was they serve 12 rounds of fruit. They served, no, not 12 rounds of fruit, 12 round fruits. So like apples, grapes, plums, peaches, etc., because they also are like the Italian thing with the lentils.
Yeah, if it's round, it looks like a coin. It's,
And each fruit represents 1 month out of the year.
See, I don't mind the lentil one because I actually really love lentil soup. It's so good.
Yeah. Did you hear about the one in the Netherlands?
No.
They chowed down on what is known as oliebollen. And according to this, ancient Germanic tribes would eat these pieces of deep fried dough during Yule so that the Germanic goddess Perchta, better known as Perchta the belly slitter, would try to cut their stomachs open and fill them with trash. A punishment for those who had not sufficiently partaken in Yuletide cheer. The fat from the dough would cause her sword to slide right off. Today, Oli Bolin are enjoyed on New Year's Eve, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a Dutch food vendor in the winter months who isn't selling these donut-like balls. They look like Zeppelis.
That is like, that story, though, is very disturbing.
I'm not surprised. I mean, Nordic, Germanic, and, all those old school gods from back then are fucking savage, and I love it. As a Norse pagan, I'm all for it, So let's go.
Sure.
Let's go. Apparently, also one of the big traditions in Russia is to drink ashes.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Well, Russia. No, thank you.
No.
No.
I don't think that's good for you.
They're not drinking human ashes. It's just they write their wishes down on a piece of paper, burn them with a candle, and then they'll drink the ashes of their wish paper in a glass of champagne. Cute, but you still ain't gonna get me to do it.
Austria's is weird. I just found this one. New Year's. So first you have to find a lucky charm that's been hidden inside a pig.
What?
Then I don't know. Then for dessert, you have to have peppermint ice cream, which somehow represents economic windfalls in the coming year.
So they want me to eat toothpaste ice cream?
But see, I like peppermint ice cream, but like after having pig to then eat peppermint ice cream specifically sounds pretty gross.
Yeah. No, thank you. China, of course, they obviously have their Chinese New Year, but New Year's Eve in China, what they'll do is they will paint their front doors red.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. England is almost the same as Scotland's, where they believe a dark-headed male bearing gifts such as bread to be full, salt to be wealthy, and coal to stay warm enter through the front door. Okay. Oh, here's one from Italy. One of our people said, "You've heard of the old saying, out with the old and in with the new? In Italy, some people will throw old decor out their windows to signify a fresh start for the new year. But it's generally soft items such as cushions or pillows. So you don't need to worry about
just
falling
eat
couches."
Eat out your entire couch.
Yeah.
Yeet.
Yep. Mexico, one of the big things is to make tamales.
Ooh, nice.
I love it. So we were talking earlier about how I got married. Did you know that what they don't know is that I married a Puerto Rican? Do you know what Puerto Rico's tradition is?
I do not.
They clean the entire house and they decorate it. And this includes everything: car, garden, even the streets in front of their house. They also have a practice of throwing buckets of water out the window in order to do away with the bad juju of the last year. I like that one. I might do that this year to honor my Puerto Rican and husbands. Yep. I mean, is that something you do every year for New Year's? I do tend to clean my house. That's just something I've always done.
Yeah, I feel like the house cleaning, because I was brought up. My mom always used to like kind of scare me, and my dad too. They'd be like, "Oh, if you come into the new year with a messy room, your room's going to be messy the whole year."
Oh God,
that's what they used to, literally word for word, what my dad used to tell me. So
that's hysterical.
That's how. Yeah.
Okay.
So I would be like, "Oh man, anything I do in the new year is going to curse me." So like, that's how I took that as a young child. So what I used to do on New Year's in order to help for myself, was totally didn't clean my room, but I used to draw and started drawing New Year's Eve night, and I would finish it on the midnight. And to me, that would be a thing that I would be drawing a lot more in the new year.
Nice. Okay.
That was what I used to do. That was like something I made up as a kid.
Why not? We all are here for our own traditions. Honestly, Phoenix Gate fans, I want to hear about your traditions. Choco wants to hear about your traditions. Hit us up on any of our social media and let us know. But, you know,
I would love to hear.
seriously, if you're from around the world, you're hearing us, tell us one of your traditions. Tell us something that your family does. Tell us like something that isn't listed on a Google search, if you get my meaning. You know, like, let us know what you do. We shared some of ours. I mean, obviously, we're not going to share all of our secrets.
Like, yeah, do you guys like walk around with like different socks on and like weird mismatched outfits and chant some backwards rhyme and then you have good luck the year? I would want to know.
I mean, are you mimicking Zatanna? Why not? Why not? But seriously, Phoenix Gate fans, thank you so much for being with me and Choco through the year of 2022. You have no idea what it means for us to have you guys in our lives. You know, we do this for you. We love bringing you fresh content. We love talking to you. We love interacting with you. We just love you guys. Like, the Phoenix Nation is the best nation as far as I'm concerned. What do you Yeah. So, on that,
Agreed.
I agree. On that note, Choco, shall we say our final goodbye of 2022?
Goodbye. Farewell. Avita, say goodnight.
Guys, thank you so much for staying with Choco and I for the year 2022. Keep with us for 2023 because I'm telling you, we're only going to do it bigger, better, faster, stronger, Daft Punk. And like, on some real, follow us both on Twitch. Follow us on all of our social medias. Listen to us on Spotify, Apple, all of us. We're found everywhere. If there's a rating system for our podcast, give us a good rating so you can hear us more. And you know when we're posting. Follow us on TikTok. Please follow us on TikTok. And seriously, guys, happy fucking New Year. Yay? Jogo?
Yeah.
Happy New Year?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't know if you were ending it there. But yes, Happy New Year.
You're lucky I love you. All right. Seriously, I am going to end it here now, but I love you guys. Choco, you love them?
Yes, very much.
Okay, awesome. We're going to end the year out with some applause. Thank you, Choco, for being here. Can't wait to make more magic with you in 2023. Phoenix Nation, keep your eyes peeled because your girls are going to be bringing you some big shit. On that note, happy fucking New Year. Here's to 2023. Adios, mis amigos. Bye.
I